Yes, I know I am very, 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 very behind because unforeseen circumstances happened today and I had to deal with them. So, anyways, let's dive in and talk about Kamisama Season 2. So, this episode of Kamisama, a really, really good episode. Like, as I predicted, and I was theorizing in my last review about Kirihito, or this, this dude that's technically a demon trapped in a human body, which we find out in this episode, I think I am pretty much correct. I'm willing to bet that this demon dude is going to fall in love with Nanami because it's really fucking obvious. It is really, really obvious with this episode. But here's the thing, okay? With this episode, a lot of different things happened in this episode that really took me by surprise. For one thing, this demon dude that was in this human body, I thought he was cursed or something and he was forced in this human body because of the deeds he did in the past. That's what I personally believed happened. But in this episode, we find out that this dude actually took another human being's body. For instance, this human being died in the past, and he had some form of regret, and he wanted to say sorry to his mother for arguing with her, but he couldn't because, he died. So, he kind of made a pact or a promise with this fellow demon that was, like, locked up in this darkness forever in the netherworld, and that's the demon we know of. Well, he took the human's body and went into the real world, and he realized the light he now has in his motivation to really get out of the actual netherworld. So, with the episode, getting to find out that the body is technically already dead, like the soul inside the body's already dead and the dude's already passed on, but the body's kind of being used, it makes me question what is really going to happen, because, I mean, if this demon dude does come back, let's see, I'm willing to bet he is going to come back. I mean, it's pretty much certain, when it comes to shoujo romance and stuff, they wouldn't introduce a character, especially a guy character, if he wasn't going to become a love interest, or he'd come back and be a reoccurring character. So, I'm willing to bet that he's going to come back. Like, his body's going to come back. But I wonder exactly what is going to happen with the human's body. Because if the human is dead and already passed on, what's going to happen to that body? Is, this demon dude going to be living a double life? Like, is he going to be living like a regular human life and at the exact same time being a demon? I mean, I'm curious what direction they're going to take that, because if he does leave the body and gets into his real body, that would mean that that body would die, and that would mean that the parents or whatever would have to see their child die. And so I'm wondering, how's that going to be handled? Like, anyways, with this episode, there's other things going on too, besides the obvious with Tomoe. Oh, dude, that development with him, like, getting to find out what happened with him in this episode, I'm like, damn. But before I get into that, I just want to talk about something I've lacked to talk about in the past couple episodes. For instance, Nanami, our main female character, has really, really progressed a lot when it comes to being a god. Like, she has actually improved her god skills a lot more since the beginning of Season 2. It's really starting to show, and you can really see how she's having more confidence in herself and stuff like that, and it really shows more improvements into her character. So, next thing I want to move on to is Tomoe. So, Tomoe in this episode, he gets his full powers back, and I'm like, oh shit, I did not really ever realize his powers were locked away like that. I don't remember if they were, I really don't. Like, I honestly did not remember. If that was explained in Season 1, I'm sorry, but it's been a long time since I've seen Season 1, and so I didn't realize that Tomoe's powers were kind of locked away, and if they were explained, I'm sorry about that. Like I said, it's been a long-ass time since I've seen Season 1, but seeing his powers come back in this, I'm like, oh, he's no longer in contract with the god of the land, Nanami. He's no longer in a contract. He's technically can no longer be considered a familiar. I mean, he is, but isn't. Like, he's no longer bound. He can do whatever he wants. So, I wonder how this is going to change the ball game. I really do. But overall, that's pretty much this episode of Kamisama Season 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.